possibly.
All the way around. That could be Jill George. Yes, it is. Jill George in the number 48 comes rolling to a stop at the entrance to pit road. Look, coming out of turn 4.
Look up top of your screen. You see
that's
Jesse's
the first
already
thing
on the
I
outside
saw.
wall.
Oh, I see what happened. She got down on the 48 got down on the apron. The 48 got the left side tires down on the apron, and
and lost control.
Overcorrected, and the car shot right back up across the track into the outside wall and flipped over. See, watch this.
That's Jesse Smith cutting the right front tire down.
That's the 29. And see, the 48 gets down on the apron.
Green top right. That's the red car, the 48 of Jill George.
That car was turning over before it ever even got to the wall. It was coming up on its side.
It was that hard of a right turn.
Clear, so
upside down, over and over the 83 of Mike Afrano. A big wreck coming out of turn number 4. Into the grass he goes. Another car sliding by.
That's James Hilton in the 48 car. He may get a little contact from behind. He gets a little contact from behind. Is that Zach Ralston behind him and just turns him in towards the outside wall? You see the tire carcass flying out. Let's watch that engine there. You see the
slam down to the ground.
Now the engine's already pretty much loose. There's the spring sliding out around the racetrack.
There's that fire we talk about, but it was immediately extinguished.
This is Zach Ralston, the 9. He lifts the back end of that car up, turns it into the outside wall. He already starts tumbling about the time it hit that outside wall.
It looked like the two guys in front of him there, we were talking about real estate earlier, got a little bit too close, and you know, he may have lifted ever so slightly. When you do that, the guy hits you from behind. Obviously, once the rear tires are off the ground, you're not any movement on that wheel is going to turn you that direction, and unfortunately turned him head on into the outside wall, and over he went.
And remember, it's the landings that are violent.
Yeah, flying through the air, I do that.
Yeah.
It's
wow. Look how high that tire got up above the car.
He's probably glad this is one ride in his life that's over. I mean, you know, when it's all said and done.
Helping Stephen Light today.
Again, experience. Oh, we got one on the roof. The 7 car, Andrew Myers.
Down, Andrew Myers coming across, well, almost up to the start-finish line.
Here we go on the bottom. Just gets sideways by himself. Kenny, what'd you say?
Yeah, he got a little bit loose when the car was going around the outside of him, and tumped it over about as simple as you're going to here.
Yep.
What kind of a ride is that, Ken?
Well, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's just if he'd have gotten that grass with about 60 mile an hour more, then it could have got exciting.
See him right here on the bottom of the racetrack.
Got Billy on the outside of him. He wants to come up, and he doesn't have the room there.
Nope.
So he gets the car bound up, and it just
takes off. Wow.
Well, and these cars are going over 180 miles per hour. I talked to the pilot when I flew down here from Charlotte. In a 100-ton airplane, they say they only go 160 miles an hour when they actually lift off the runway. So these cars are going faster and weigh a lot less. It's easy for them to get off the ground.
Here we go out the rear camera.
Wow.
Is being shown once again here at Daytona.
Well, with a couple of cars involved in what appears to be a major incident here. The number 64 machine of Michael Dokken is involved, and I believe
green car.
Yeah, maybe Mark Thompson will not speculate too much on that, but it is a green car that has crashed on the backstretch here at Daytona.
A wild event, lap 36. Michael Dokken in the yellow. He hits the wall, then clips the rear number 66, Mark Thompson. Thompson goes airborne, first on his top, then rolls over and over and over. Thompson tonight is in stable condition, broken ribs, and a concussion in a hospital there.
Justin Marks 7th, Patrick Sheltra 8th, Ricky Carmichael is 9th, and Steve Arpin rounding out our top 10.
That 51 car really surprised me, Phil. I thought he would drive to the outside and go right by these guys and get
problems.
Is that the 06?
Over and over, it's the 06 of Barry Fitzgerald.
Green and black car. That's Barry Fitzgerald. Gets a little bit loose. Slides off the racetrack and just turns around backwards the wrong way.
These cars are the way they're set up. When they go on the left side like that, it's just almost they turn over. It's the way the cars are set up.
A violent ride for Barry Fitzgerald in that 06.
There's another view coming off turn 2. You know, and he wasn't in the grass. He was already flipping before he got to the grass right there. So it wasn't a situation where the unevenness of the grass.
No, but when it hit the grass, it did a whole lot more bucking around. I can tell you, the grass is rough, man.
Dave got a little bump from behind, but he straightened it out and jumped to the bottom, got in line on the bottom. Oh, car in the wall.
The one of Mikey Kyle spinning.
I think there was a car into the outside. Well, there it is right there, the 76.
John Ferrier.
John Ferrier.
So John Ferrier backing down the backstretch.
Trying to move to the high side, I think, to give these cars, to give Mikey Kyle some room to spin there in case he came back up the racetrack.
Look at how close Mikey Kyle gets to going upside down here as he turns around. That car up on 2 wheels and then back down.
Wow.
That's not something you want to go through. I mean, in your mind, you think you're going over.
Yeah.
Well,
no doubt about it. Watch as this car comes off the ground. Right here when he goes that way. Oh man, that was close. And he came down awfully hard. That's the one thing that Mike Swaim Jr. is concerned about is the force that the car came down on the earth. What did it bend on the car?
Here it is from another angle. Car gets sideways. He goes 3/4 of the way around, and right there is where the car gets up on 2 wheels. 1 wheel for a while.
Yeah, might have been no wheels for.
His car gets upside down a la Ricky Rudd a few years ago. It hits the inside wall, slides across pit road, and finally comes to rest in the tri-oval infield. Newfer also escaped serious injury.